In this video clip, you're going to get a complete arm workout that you can do at home, and all you're going to need is a set of adjustable dumbbells. Hey there, how's it going? It's your muscle building coach Lee Hayward here, and today we're going to focus on a positions of flexion style of training for the arms, and all we're going to use is dumbbells. And if you're not familiar with positions of flexion, basically all it means is we're going to work the muscles from all ranges of motion, meaning the mid-range, the fully stretched, and the peak contraction. And if you get creative with your exercises, you can do a complete arm workout, meaning biceps, triceps, and forearms, using the positions of flexion style of training, and you can do it at home with very minimal equipment. So first off, we're going to do our standing dumbbell curls. I'll just move over. And I'm going to do these in an alternate fashion, just curling one arm at a time. And you can do them both simultaneously, it's up to you. I like doing them one arm at a time. I find I can focus on each bicep with more intensity, more focus, get more of that mind-muscle connection. And what we want to do is shoot for about 10 to 15 reps per arm. And that's going to depend on the weight of the dumbbells you have. If you have light dumbbells, you may have to do higher reps. Or if you have adjustable dumbbells and heavier ones, you can get away with less reps. Alright, so that's exercise number one. Next, we're going to do lying tricep extensions. And this is a great mid-range exercise for the triceps. And when I'm training biceps and triceps together, I like to alternate them back and forth. Set of biceps, set of triceps, biceps, triceps throughout the whole workout. And what you'll find is this will help to keep your strength higher, because as your biceps are resting, your triceps are working, and vice versa. It'll allow you to train both muscle groups equally, with equal focus, equal intensity, and maintain higher strength levels throughout your workout. So, next move. We're going to do lying tricep extensions. Now, with this one, if you have these, excuse me puppy, Sasha the dog, the training partner, if you have these style of dumbbells, you're going to have to be careful, because obviously with those handles sticking out, you don't want to hit yourself when you're doing this exercise. If you have hex dumbbells, that would be better, but I'm going to show you both variations, just so you can see how they're done. Alright. So, lying tricep extensions. Alright, and if you got sweat on your brow, it's always great to have a dog close by. Alright, give me. Alright, here we go. Alright. Whoop, Jesus. Go lie down. Alright. Okay, that's why they don't let dogs in the gym. So here we go, tricep extensions. Now again, you have to be careful, because you don't want to hit yourself or stab yourself with those dumbbells. Alright. Okay, next move we're going to do now is a dumbbell preacher curl. And this is going to be a stretch exercise for the bicep. How are you going to do preacher curls at home? We're going to use the sofa. And we're going to lean on the edge of the sofa and use this as our arm pad. Now, I think that's pretty good. Actually, I'm going to haul that cushion out of there to get a bit more of a range of motion. Again, you'll play around with your furniture at home till you get this down right. Okay? So here we go. Dumbbell preacher curl. Alright, next arm. same move. So. Alright, so that's a great exercise. I mean, that's just as good as doing your preacher curls at the gym. Now, always make sure to put the cushion back when you're finished so that the woman doesn't get mad at you. Alright. Next exercise, we're going to do an overhead tricep extension, and this is a good stretch exercise for the triceps. It stretches out the long head of the triceps. So for this one, just arm straight overhead. Extend your arm. Now use a full range of motion. I want you to let that dumbbell sink all the way down and really get a good stretch in the bottom. Some guys like to do short partial range of motion reps with this, but that kind of defeats the purpose of the stretch exercise. So lighter weight, full range of motion. Other arm. Another benefit to this as well, where we're using dumbbells, both arms get equal stimulation. So if you have one arm bigger than the other, doing dumbbell exercises like this will help balance that out. You may also notice I got a little clicking noise in my elbow. Some people say, well, I get a click in my elbow or my shoulder. As long as it doesn't hurt, it's no big deal. It's just normal. Most people have some kinks or clicks in their elbows or joints. Again, as long as they're not painful, it's no big deal. It's just basically the joint moving in the socket. Now we're going to do a peak contraction for the bicep using a concentration curl. And I'm going to do this seated. Now one thing you'll notice when you're doing these seated, you probably won't get a full stretch in the bottom. But that's okay, because even if you keep your arm bent and just focus on that top half of the movement, that's all that you're really focusing on with the concentration curl, is that peak contraction motion. So with this one, I'm going to keep my elbow bent at all times. Just really focus on that squeeze in the biceps. Tension on the bicep and getting a good peak contraction. Just do the other arm. Same thing again. Alright, so there we go. That's biceps, concentration curls. Now we're going to do peak contraction exercise for the triceps. We'll do tricep kickbacks. This one, all you need to do, lean on something for support. I'm going to use the sofa again. Make sure to fully lock out that arm in the back. You'll know tricep kickbacks if they're working or not. You'll feel a good peak contraction in the tricep. Alright, so there's 3 exercises for biceps, 3 exercises for triceps. Okay, so now we're going to train forearms, and what we're going to do is a dumbbell wrist curl. And I actually prefer doing all wrist curls with dumbbells. So, I'm going to have to ask you to move, even though you're so cute. She likes posing for pictures. Come on. Yeah, good girl. Alright, so what we're going to do is a dumbbell wrist curl. And just resting your forearm on your knee like this. Let the dumbbells roll down your fingertips and curl it up. I like to have the thumb on the same side as the fingers when you're doing a dumbbell wrist curl. It just allows you to position the dumbbell better, get a better range of motion. And it's a great exercise for the forearm flexors. Again, same with the other side. So let it roll down to your fingertips till it's almost ready to fall out, and then curl back up. This is a great one. You really get a good pump in the forearms with this one. Alright, so that's good for the meaty part of the forearms. Now to work the extensors, the outer part of the forearm, I'm going to do the Zotman curl. And this is a unique exercise, and it's also good for the bicep brachialis, as the forearm extensors. So what we're going to do with this one is almost like what we did before with the alternate dumbbell curl. So you're going to curl the dumbbell up, you're going to twist it around and lower it down in a negative as a reverse curl. So just show you again. Curl up with your palms facing up, and then as you go to turn it down or lower it down, have your palms face down, and that'll bring in the forearm extensors. So you want to do these slow and controlled. It's called the Zotman curl. You really want to focus on that negative. It's a good overall arm exercise, but really places extra emphasis on the forearm. Really get a good pump from these, especially after all the other exercises. Alright, so there you go. That's a complete arm workout that you can do using dumbbells, and you can do it at home. So let's just do a quick recap. For biceps, we started with the standing dumbbell curl. Then for triceps, we did the lying tricep extension. Those are our mid-range exercises. And what I'd recommend you do is alternate those back and forth for about 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps each. Then you can move on to the stretch exercises. And for stretch exercises, we did the preacher curls over the edge of the sofa, and we did the overhead dumbbell extension for the triceps. So do 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps for those, for the stretch. After that, move on to the peak contraction exercises. For biceps, we did concentration curls. For triceps, we did kickbacks. Again, alternate those for 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. And then you can finish off with forearms, doing the forearm wrist, the dumbbell wrist curl, and the Zotman curl, again for another 3 sets of maybe 15 to 20 reps for forearms. Forearms are a smaller muscle group, and I find they work better with slightly higher reps. So that's an overall arm workout that you can do at home. And like I say, you don't need much equipment to do it. So give that one a try. Leave me a comment in the comments below. Let me know how you like it. Any feedback, positive, negative, I'm open to it all. Throw it at me. And stay tuned for my next training video. Take care. Over and out.